Welcome back to Echo Base Network. Coach here, Nick there. We are going to be talking about, is Disney still pretending the original Star Wars movies don't exist? Only the special edition? Well, according to Screen Rant, they think so. So we're going to jump into that and kind of give our opinion as well. So let's see what is going on. Disney's still pretending. The OG Star Wars movies do not exist. A recent Star Wars special on Disney Plus during the Disney Plus Day uses footage from the Empire Strikes Back Special Edition showing that Disney still avoids the theatrical cuts. The theatrical cut of Star Wars Original Trilogy are highly sought after by fans, yet Disney still pretends they don't exist. Well, let's just stop right there. Nick, they are highly sought after by fans, aren't they? Wouldn't you like to see the originals re-released?
Yeah. I mean, those of us that grew up with the OT only watched the original theatrical cuts before the special edition came out. And I remember when the special editions came out, I was excited because I was like, oh, cool, we're getting new scenes, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be new stuff, updated special effects, all that sort of thing. But they're just not as good as the original's unedited version. So hardcore fans of the OT definitely prefer the original versions of the film, such as ourselves.
I'm going to go as far to say, Nick, that the special editions get worse with age.
Yeah, especially the Jabba in episode 4. And that part right there in episode 6, the little dance number, anytime that's on TV, because if Jedi's on TV, I'm pretty much going to stop on it and watch it. But when it gets to that scene, I freaking pause it, or if I watch it on Blu-ray or something, I'll fast forward through that part. But I have the actual unedited theatrical cuts, and that's mainly what I watch. But if I ever watch that version, I always skip over that part.
Yep. Well,
but not everything about the special editions is bad. There are some things in each movie that I do like.
I agree, but the negatives far outweigh the positives to me.
100%. 100%.
So that's why it's a throw it away. It's a castaway. All right, so the original Star Wars trilogy was re-released in 1997 with numerous subtle and overt changes, making them somewhat controversial among fans. While some could argue that updated special effects, certain additional scenes, and connections to then canonical Legends era content improved the Star Wars films, other changes were met with disdain from viewers. Changes like Greedo and Han Solo's revised standoff, the additional Jabba scene in A New Hope, and Vader's dialogue when turning on the Emperor were detrimental to their respective films, making the unaltered versions preferred by many fans. The original Star Wars trilogy had several additional iterations that built off of the foundation of the 1997 re-release, and in 2006, Lucasfilm finally gave the theatrical cuts a limited DVD release as bonus features to the 2004 DVD editions. I let you borrow my Empire Strikes Back, and I never got it back from you. Like, really? When you gave it back to me, the disc wasn't in there, the original theatrical DVD. And those are selling for like $200 now, Nick, and you robbed me of my DVD. All right.
I don't have it.
I know you don't. But you did, and I never got it back. All right. Anyway, that was like a decade ago or longer, bro. All right. Well. Unsurprisingly to some, the original trilogy was revived once more upon being released on Disney Plus with more subtle changes building off of the 2011 Blu-ray edition. Though fans still hope to see the theatrical cuts released by Disney, they have yet to resurface since the 2006 DVDs. Final paragraph here that we're going to cover, and then we're going to dive into this thing. In preparation for the upcoming TV series, The Book of Boba Fett, Disney released the short special Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett, which explored the origins of the history of the fan favorite bounty hunter in both canon and legends. Early in the special footage from The Empire Strikes Back plays, with Boba being voiced by Tamura Morrison. Starting with the 2004 DVD edition, all special editions of Empire have used Morrison's voice instead of Jason Wingreen's Boba's original voice actor. When exploring the history of Boba Fett, Disney's choice to only use his new voice indicates that they're continuing to ignore the theatrical cuts of the original trilogy, Nick. So, what are your thoughts on this? And I want to ask this too. What did George Lucas want? Go ahead.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a stretch to say Disney is ignoring the original theatrical cuts. The original theatrical cuts were being ignored by George Lucas and Lucasfilm before they ever even sold to Disney.
Decades.
So that's not really anything new. And the thing is, nobody's actually seen the full details of the deal made between them, but I guarantee you George Lucas said these special editions are the only versions of the movie, and I think he's even said that publicly. These are the only versions of the movie.
Well, and nobody knows what we're about to say. You can speculate and you can comment, we could comment, but nobody really knows. We have heard people say that the original negatives of the film were destroyed, that they have eroded so much they can't be recovered.
Yeah, and he was supposed to give the original copies of the actual film to the Smithsonian like decades ago. And he never did. So yeah, I think that's a little bit of a stretch that Disney is ignoring it. Lucasfilm as a whole has ignored the theatrical releases of the OT for ever since pretty much the special editions came out and were prominent, being shown on TV and being released on home video and all that sort of stuff. They've pretty much never gone back to except for when Coach was talking about that dual release of the DVDs where it had the original and the special edition. Since then,
but it wasn't even a full screen release.
Yeah,
it was windowed. I mean, it's just, but it was better than nothing at the time. But in today's age, when you have the despecialized edition of the films, you don't need anything else. Like,
no,
that's all I need. I don't need anything. I'll never watch the special edition again. I'm a despecialized edition only guy until the day Disney does release the original cut. If that ever happens, I would love to see that happen. But Nick, there's another thought that you actually brought up this past week in one of the videos that you did with Marsha Lucas. George Lucas wanted his original vision, the things that he was unable to do when he first made the films. That's why he did it in 1997. There's been so many different versions of Star Wars come out over the years. It stands to reason, if it was all just about money and they could re-release the original trilogy, they would do that because it would make a ton of money.
Yeah,
I don't know if they can. It's either gone and they will never see it again, or Lucas contractually, did not give them. Or
and I think it's the latter there. And of course this is just speculation on my part. There's no evidence to support this, but I 100% believe that George was probably like, when he signed that, no matter who you sell to, no matter whatever happens, these 3 movies are the definitive versions of the OT.
Yeah.
They're not to be changed or messed with or gone back to. This is it.
It's so funny, man, that people watch, and I'm not, I appreciate the Star Wars news. Thank you, Screen Rant, for getting that out, and the author of the article, David Miller. Great job. But what's funny is that I didn't watch The Legacy of Boba Fett Under the Helmet and think Disney's not honoring the original trilogy again. It never crossed my mind.
It never crossed my mind either. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, even in our when we did our sequel trilogy documentary in that intro, there's some special edition footage in there.
There is,
but we were just grabbing, good shots, for that intro part of it. looking back on it now, would we have taken the special edition stuff out? Maybe, but that's what's prominent today is the special edition.
Yep.
But there are fans out there like who is it that makes the despecialized editions?
Harmony.
Yeah, Harmony. Yep. And those are the ones that I watch. So there are ways to get the unaltered, unedited versions of the film on the internet, and that's what we have done. And those are the ones we watch, and you can get them too if you just go do some digging.
Yep, absolutely. Well, good job. Thank you guys for being here and watching this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. As always, I am Coach. He is Nick. You are Echo Base Network. Let us know what you think about Disney pretending the OG Star Wars movies do not exist any longer. Do you see it the way that we do? Or, correct us if you think we're wrong. And may the Force be with you guys. And we will see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Thank you so much for watching our video today. And we would like to give a special thank you to all of our members. You make what we do here at Echo Base Network possible, and we appreciate you more than we could ever explain. If you haven't already, join the best Star Wars community on YouTube today here at Echo Base Network, and we appreciate your consideration. As always, you are Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, and we'll see you on the next one.